Did you just pick up an AIOC and need to know how to solder it? Let's get over to the bench and make it happen. In your kit, you're going to get your AIOC board, and you're also going to get the 2.5mm and 3.5mm plugs to shove into your radio. So I have my solder kit here, so I'm going to get these things soldered on. I'll show you how that works out. I'm going to need to use my flush cutters. I'm going to need to use my soldering iron. This is the Pine-Sil USB-C or DC barrel jack pluggable soldering iron, and then I use this to clean my soldering iron tip off. And I say solder because I'm an American, that's what we do. Your plugs have that little hole in them right there. Take your clippers and clip that off. Snip, snip on each of them. Wear some eye protection or something because those pieces will fly, or do something useful to make sure that you don't get them in your eye. That would be pretty bad. You're also going to need some kind of soldering jig. So I am going to use a $15 Hamfest find soldering jig. This is a Baofeng UV5R3, and this will also serve as my test platform. That part that you cut off, put it in so that that is facing your eyeballs when you're looking at the face of the radio. And it's very important to make sure that you get that thing fully seated in there, because if you don't, this is a problem not with the AIOC, but with the design of the K connector. If you don't get that thing fully seated in there, then it will have trouble making electrical connection and getting your programming done or your audio modes done. We like to take this and put it facing with the USB-C port up. If you put it down, then the cable's going to come out, hit the desk and go over. If you put it this way, then the cable can come out and go wherever you want it to go, kind of a thing. So take care of that. On the back side, while we've got this backside showing, there is a split there. If you have a need to run two different wires to use a specific function of ham radio, then maintain that split. For just regular chirp programming or APRS modes or something like that on your Baofengs, you don't need to maintain the split. I'm not going to maintain the split when I build this one, but if you do, you'll know. On the front side, this split here needs to continue to be separate, which is why I put these in with the flat tab for the back side and the split tabs for the front side. These are different electrical connections inside of the radio. So I'm going to take my tool and verify that that is in all the way. That one's in good. That one's in good. That's not going anywhere. And then take this and put it into play. And on your 3.5mm jack, there is a little plastic tab. Let me show you on a spare that I've got here. There's a little plastic tab right underneath of the flat part on the back. You just need to put it in far enough to attach it. You don't need to worry about putting it in there. If you want to remove that and push the whole thing in farther, you are welcome to do that as well. So once you have the back side lined up, that's the important part. I'm going to sit this down. I'm going to plug in my soldering iron and get it up to temperature. All right, this is what I like about this Pine-Sil. I have USB-C power all over the place in my ham shack. So I plug her into my USB-C port, and you have to make sure you have a good USB-C power supply. And you turn it on, and look how fast that thing warms up. That's awesome. And that's the operating temperature that I like to have it at. I get my Kester. This is 6337 leaded solder, which makes this whole job a lot easier. And then my tip is clean from the last time. Put a little fresh solder on it to get the job done. And now this soldering jig of mine is holding everything in place like a champ. So I just want to come in and bring some heat to the board, bring some heat to the connector. And this is a physical interface connection, so I try to get a lot. And it looks kind of blobby, but that's because it's a blob. I'll do the same thing on the other one. That one looks so much better. So then I'll do some touch up on this side here, get even more solder on it. And that's the joy of that solder mask. It's going to try and keep those two separate, but I don't have the right kind of connector on here to make that matter much. Okay, and now I can pull that out of the radio and flip it over, and I can do the work on the other side of the connector as well. So on this side here, I just want to make sure that I get those vertical tabs, one on each pad. And now it is its own soldering jig. It's holding itself in place. And I'm going to be a little belts and suspenders here. Make sure that we're only touching the things that we're supposed to be touching. So there's one connected. I don't really like the way that looks, so I'm going to put even more solder on there, which is perfectly allowable. Okay, that looks pretty good. All done, all soldered up and ready to go. And if you don't want to do the soldering job, I have got a deal for you. I will solder up to 4 of these and test them all out for you for one low price. Check out the website for the current price, and if you need more than 4, like 5 or 15, just add in blocks of 4, and we'll take care of you. In the meantime, I've got a video for you right over here I think you might enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.